Hey friends, how are you doing? Welcome to today's episode of Discuss with Vicky. I hope you're having a great day. We are still on the topic of men's chronicles, and this is our episode 2, charade of affection, which simply means absurd pretense. And we're having a guest in the house that will shed more light to this topic. His name is Edikan. Edikan, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. I feel honored.
We are namesake. Alright, so very quickly, I will be asking a few questions from you according to the topic. So then, why do guys or men, or let me say bachelor, okay, why do they tend to lie to the female, knowing that they do not really love that lady, but then they lie to her just to get her attention, and when it gets what they want, they are gone.
Okay, I'm going to start by saying that it is not all men that actually go about to the intention of lying to ladies, just like you've put it. Okay, there are men that actually have genuine reasons for wanting to be with a lady. Okay, I feel that it is because of, we're all human beings and we react to things around us. Okay, so I feel that before a guy generally starts feeling that, okay, in this particular relationship, he's going to be the only one gaining, it could be because of the character or attitude that the lady puts forth. Because what I'm thinking is that as a guy, I find a woman, and each and every one of us, we have what we want in a woman. For guys and for the ladies, you have what you want in a man. There are those qualities that set us apart. So an instance whereby I find a lady and this lady possesses all the qualities that I require in a woman, I won't have the intention of maybe going to lie to her or hurting her feelings in the process. It is only when you find out that, okay, you have, I'm speaking on a particular angle here. I'm not speaking the general angle here. There are guys that, okay, they tend to hurt a lady or decide to lie to her because of the attitude she is putting forth. A situation whereby, okay, you are a guy, you're working and your earning is not up to what you are supposed to earn. So you're managing, so to speak. And you find out that this lady, what she wants is out of the picture, like it is out of what you can understand. And maybe there are instances whereby you try to explain to her that she should bear with you, that this is what you have, this is what you can bring to the table. And she's not satisfied about it. She doesn't have that patience to go through with you. You find out that the guy gives up at a certain point. He feels that, okay, if I can do this and she doesn't see it with me, what then is the essence of being in the relationship? You find out that if at all he was trustworthy at first, he changes, he starts lying. And on the other hand, we have guys that are, they generally set out to be liars right from the onset. This could be impossible based on previous experiences from their relationships. It could be, okay, they tried to be good, they tried to be what a lady would want in a man, and the kind of feedback they got was not what they expected, or they were hurt. So they now set out on a kind of, what I call it, a revenge mission. You understand? And whoever the lady is, notwithstanding if her intentions were genuine, she's going to fall into a position whereby she's going to be hurt every day until she leaves that very relationship. And on the other hand, now we have guys that generally, they have nothing, they have never been hurt in their lives. They just set out for that particular, yes, just to destroy ladies. So in summary, we have 3 categories of men. Number 1, men that have genuine intentions from the beginning. It could be based on a particular behavior that the lady is putting forth. They change. And we have men that maybe they were hurt from their previous relationships and they want to revenge. And we also have men that right from the onset, nothing happened. You understand? They are just out to wrought wickedness.
Alright, thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to share a story to you which will lead me to the next question. Okay, I had a friend here in Rio, what's that? Respiration FM, Radio FM there. So was a friend, like a normal friend, though he was asking me out for, but I changed it to be brotherly stuff. So I went to see him. So when I came back, I think I called him that, okay, I'm home already. He said, okay, no problem. And then I received another call, and he was like, oh, he's a friend to the person I went to see. I was like, any problem? He said, okay, you know what? Let me go straight to the point. I was like, okay. Then I love the way you packaged the request. Please, any amount I'm going to pay, just to solve the request. I was like, please come again. He said the same thing. He said, mind you, no sex. I'm not going to have sex. He said, let's just do that. And I was like, I was looking at myself that, am I a prostitute now? And I do not have an idea of or what. So now, this is my question. We have some guys that walk up to a lady and tell the lady, babe, I just want us to just have one night stand. Blah, 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 and that is all. Apart from the lady being a prostitute, like a normal girl, just walk up to like, okay, please, I just want to have sex, and that's all. Some of them do like frequently keep having sex, no feelings attached, and all of that. But then, this other guy, like the previous question I asked you, these are two different guys, okay? At least this second one, they're not trying to play, with the feelings of these ladies, you get. So what can you say about that?
Okay, I am going to answer your question with a question. I'm going to ask you, this guy that you've just talked about, like,
Okay.
how long have you guys known each other? Like, how long?
It was the first day, and mind you, I was decently dressed.
Okay.
I wasn't exposing anything and all of that. I was decently dressed. It
Okay.
was that same thing.
So I think I'm going to categorize this particular man that you brought in the
Okay.
third category.
Okay.
Because if at all he had genuine intentions, he wouldn't just display his, okay, should I say, he wouldn't just wash his dirty hands outside just like that. Just like you said, you have never talked to him or gotten to know him before he came out with this. So which means that he belongs to the third category, which means that he just wants to hurt you. But also, you might find it funny to know that there are ladies who would readily accept this offer. You understand? So it depends on the person we're talking about now. It depends on the woman herself. For you, a decent girl from God-fearing background, you find that surprising. You find it disheartening that a man should come out in such manner, direct to the point, asking you for that, what you just said. But there are ladies who would really accept. You understand? In fact, it might also shock you to know that there are ladies that don't want a man to profess feelings.
For her?
Yes.
Okay.
They just want you to go straight to the point. I've actually encountered a lady who says that, okay, for love, count me out. All she wants is sex. So it depends on the lady. So I feel that, just like I had gone ahead to categorize these men, I feel that for a lady, you must first of all understand what you want. That is why if you are able to understand what you want, you will not have your time wasted by a man.
Okay, wait, very quickly. It's what you just said, that as a lady you should know what you want. Okay, now, this guy I just talked about, assuming he calls, he texts, he takes me out, he does all sort of things, and I'm a lady. I mean, lady can actually deny that fact that if a guy is really giving you attention and all of that, I wouldn't call it feelings, but you start having this kind of likeness for the guy. Meanwhile, the guy does not love you genuinely. Like the guy does not, like the guy did not come.
I understand the point you're coming from here.
But then, you have to.
When we talk about relationships, generally, you understand that it has to deal with the heart. You understand? If you are the kind of person that has gone through heartbreaks, or should I say, series of heartbreaks, you'll understand that when next you have an opportunity for you to be in a relationship, you will not rush into it.
Okay.
You'll have to take your time. You understand? So, for me, I know that ladies generally are moved by attributes that men display. That is why a guy who falls under the category of hurting a lady will be very, very caring. You understand? So, for a lady, my advice to the lady would be, don't rush. Even if you're having likeness for him based on how he treats you. Every woman deserves attention. Every woman deserves love and care.
Yes, so.
You understand? So, in as much as you're getting love and care, it doesn't mean that you have to you have to rush into it. Because if you rush into it without thinking, that is when you're going to get hurt. You understand? There is no lady that gets hurt that never had a chance to decide if she wants to get hurt or not. You get? If you're a lady and you take your time, believe me, there is nothing that a man can do that can hurt you. Because before you commit to a man, you must first of all understand him. Even if you are the best of pretenders, there are certain things that will set you out. There are certain things that will give you away. You can never pretend to the last drop of your blood. There's something that you actually do. You understand? That a right thinking lady, that's why I say you don't have to rush it. Don't say, okay, I saw him, he's cute, is it and that, he's caring, okay, he swept me off my feet with love. No, you don't do that. In order for you not to get hurt, for ladies, you have to take your time. Get to know him. Don't just jump because he says you should do so. You have to define the relationship. You get? You have to define the relationship. If you're moving about with the fact that, okay, we are friends, we like each other, okay, we can move to the next level and nothing happens, you're definitely going to get hurt. So that brings us to defining the relationship. From there, you know which step to take from this one to the next.
Alright, thank you very much, Idika. Alright, the last question. So, what happens to our feelings? Let me just put it that way, because I'm a female too. What happens to our feelings? To the first question I asked you, guys that fly to guess what they want. Now we're already in love with you. It's giving you our heart. We are so into you already. Now what happens to our feelings when we find out that you guys actually sit down and think, okay, how will this lady feel? Have I done something bad? Do I have to apologize? Or I beg, now she's happy. You get?
Okay, if I understand you correctly, you're asking if you are a lady and you're already into a guy. Okay, so you discover that he's putting on attributes that you don't like and he doesn't apologize. Is that where you're coming from?
No. I'm coming from the first question I asked you. Guys that walk up to a lady that does not love the lady, but they just want, like, there's something they want from the lady, probably sex. When they have the sex, they will go. So now what happens to the girl's feelings after falling in love with the guy, not knowing the guy does not love them?
Okay, that's why I said that you need to take your time.
Okay.
You need to take your time.
Now for those that are victims of that.
For those that are victims, well, already you are a victim. And if you're in a relationship that is kind of toxic, a kind of relationship that does not add to you personally, it does not build you, does not define you, I will advise you walk out of it.
Okay.
You understand? By walking out of it, for some ladies, it is going to be tough on them. It is going to be definitely tough on them. But you walk out of it. You understand? Okay, before I have this friend of mine who was in a relationship with a lady. It's quite funny. You might find out that, okay, you might hear ladies say that you can never find a guy who can love for real. But I'm not saying this because I'm a guy, but definitely there are guys who love for real. Yeah. I have actually seen this guy love this lady. He loved her to the point that he did things he wouldn't think he would do for her. But you got to find out that at a point, they dated for 3 years. They dated for 3 years. At a point, the lady came out to say that all this while, she has been forcing herself to love him. So what I'm trying to say, what made me bring this instance is that it works both ways. Yeah. A lady could fall a victim, and a guy can also fall a victim. So he found out that getting out of this relationship was hard for him. You understand? He fought and fought. He was going through heartbreak on a daily basis. But when he finally left this girl, he got into another relationship. And we got to find out that this girl, after some time, this is the kind of girl that he says he drops messages for her and she finds it hard to reply these messages, calls her, and she picks the call out of pity. You understand? Picks the call out of pity. So he grew over this. He built a relationship with another lady, and the girl came out of the blue again. You understand? He said he got a friend request because there was a point that he was like, okay, you don't reply my text on time, you don't pick my calls, what are we doing? So he decided to unfriend her on Facebook.
Okay.
So she came back with friend request, he accepted, and the kind of way she came back, as if nothing happened. So he said he decided to block her finally because he understood that if he gave this girl a chance, he was going to ruin his current relationship and ruin his life at large. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, as a lady, as a guy, you're in a relationship that you feel you are a victim, walk out of it. Every relationship that comes to make you stronger. It comes with experiences that will help you understand further relationships you get. So there's no how you are in a relationship and you don't learn from it. So you are a victim of the relationship, walk out of it. Learn lessons that will help you.
Yes.
You understand? Not to get hurt in other relationships.
All right. Thank you very much, David. So what is your advice as a guy? What would you advise your fellow guys to do? Is it that those that know how to play their games, they should keep playing their games by hurting the girl's feelings, and those that are truthful should continue? Or do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, well, first of all, there is what we call karma. Even the Bible says that you should do unto others what you want others to do to you. So in as much as you are enjoying your game, you are saying, okay, I'm able to do this and she doesn't find out, let me keep on doing it. Well, if it doesn't happen to you directly, don't forget the fact, I'm talking to the guys now, don't forget the fact that at some point in your life you're going to get married and you're going to have a daughter, so to speak. And you wouldn't be happy if you find your daughter coming back from where she went crying, all because of what a guy broke her heart. And it may, the karma might not come directly, it could not come from the angle of your daughter getting her heart broken. It could come in another dimension generally. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that if you know that you're not in a relationship for the real reasons, it is either you come up and tell the lady, okay, this is what is happening. You understand? I came into this relationship with these reasons. Okay? And if you feel you have something, you could go ahead with the relationship. But in this time around, you're going to be truthful. But my advice to guys generally is that if you're in a relationship for the wrong reason and you feel that you are victimizing her, my dear, I do not have to tell you to not be well with you, generally, because in as much as there is karma, someday, somehow, something bad might happen. It could be it will not take your life, but never forget that you have been warned. Okay, so that's my advice to men. Please stop hurting ladies' feelings, and also for the ladies, please. So the advice goes both ways.
Thank you very much, Mr. Idikan, for coming. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
I am glad I could be of assistance in a way.
Okay, I hope you've learned one or two things from what Idikan has said so far. Thanks for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe, comment, like, and also click on the bell below so it could notify you whenever we drop the video. Take care of yourself. Bye.